Well, there you are, Spooky. I was wondering where you were at today on this lovely, beautiful spring day in our neighborhood. Yeah. Well, come on. You want some treats? I'll get you some treats. Yeah, your viewers and fans send them to you. Here's your few right there. You love them, don't you? Where's your mama, Cleo? I haven't seen her since breakfast time, but I know she's been here because a lot of that food's missing, right? Well, you enjoy those treats, little buddy. Whew, you can hear the birds chirping. And look at that nice blue sky. Not a cloud to be seen. 75 degrees and a light breeze. And look at those oak trees starting to all blossom out. Yeah, those green frilly things are the blossoms of the oak tree. And soon they'll be blooming and falling to the ground with their seeds like they do every year. Maybe you didn't know that oak trees bloom too. Oh, I can see the bees all out and about. If you pay attention here to the blueberry bushes, you can see the bumblebees as they work those blueberry blossoms. There's quite a few. And there comes the breeze on a peaceful Sunday in Mr. Tom's neighborhood. Grab you a place, Spooky, and lay down, okay? You got anything to say to your friends and family that love you a lot? No, you're just going to clean up your paws after eating. Well, you should always wash your hands after a meal. And there he goes, stretching out in the sunshine at his papa's feet. And that's my boy. No, we're not going to play right now. We're going to spend some quality time with our friends and family while you claw my feet, okay? Oh, well, hello there, friends and family. So good to see you again. And as you can see, we're out on the front porch on a beautiful spring day. And I might add, I hope you're enjoying the springtime too, wherever you are at. We'd like to welcome you here in my neighborhood to enjoy a little bit of birds singing in the trees, a little bit of the swaying of the breeze, and we're going to talk to you. And we have to apologize. Yes, we do. And you might wonder why. Well, if you had watched my previous episode of Mr. Tom's Neighborhood where I was cooking up those delicious covered and smothered pork chops with potatoes and mushrooms in a creamy mushroom soup and cream cheese gravy. Woo-hoo. Boy, let me tell you, that'll make you think of when you went back home to mama's or grandmother's too. It fills the house with so many amazing smells that get your appetite up and makes you want to come on in the kitchen and plate some up. And what I'm going to apologize today for is for those of you who've watched my cooking shows in the past. I almost 99.9% of the time show you how I plate it up, what my sides are, and I do a taste test because I think that's important. So you can watch my face and see my reaction. And I'm not a real good actor. This is real life, you know. Yeah, I don't do videos for clicks and views. The primary purpose is for my children and my grandchildren to leave a little bit of me behind. And now for all of you, my friends and family, here in our neighborhood on YouTube. And the reason I say, 99.9% of the time, I do show plating it up, my sides, and taste test, is because you can, like I say, see that reaction in my face. And why is that important? Because I, used to, when I was working a lot, I'd get home in the early morning hours and there wouldn't be a lot on TV. That was You know, pretty much if you didn't have cable TV, there was only a test screen when I got home. But I'd watch YouTube, and I'd watch cooking shows and homesteading shows and gardening shows and stuff of that nature. But on the cooking shows, you know, the people who cook something each and every day, I would watch them. And they'd cook something up and it'd really look fine. But they wouldn't do a taste test. They'd just end it there. So you really couldn't tell by their reaction if it was good or not. And then if you pay close attention sometimes to other people who do daily cooking shows that do show taking a bite, whether it's large or small, that's a telling trait too, is look at their eyes and their cheek muscles. And you can see, just from the reaction, how good that dish might be. Or at least I can. So that's why I think it's important. But things happen. Such was the case on the previous video. When I do cooking shows, I break it all up into what they call segments. I do an intro. You know, that's where you sneak in, past the kitty crew, and catch me there looking at everything Gracie's got set out for Papa to cook up. Then I talk to you a bit, and I welcome you on in to the little old country kitchen. And then we proceed to the next segment. But what I do is I take that segment, shut the camera off, take it in, and I check it on the computer to make sure it all came out right. That I wasn't stuttering or taking long breaks in between sentences and words, because I can do that too. And that annoys people when there's long gaps in silence in between speech. But that's what, you know, some people that are older, that suffer from some things, actually do. And I'm one of those. Can't help it. It's just part of my life. So I check it, make sure it's fine. Then I come back, set the camera back up, and I start the prep work if I'm going to show all that. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I just show you the results of the prep work. But like this past video, I showed you a little bit of slicing up the onion, slicing up the potatoes, and what have you. Not that people need to know all that. It was just something to do while I talk to all of you. And then I go check that and make sure that all came out right. And hopefully it did, because unlike people who do cooking shows here on YouTube for a living, which I don't, I just do this to show what I do in real life. I'm not going to redo it. You know, if that part's missing, that's why you only see the end result sometimes. It's not because I didn't video it, it's because it didn't come out. But then I get on to putting the dish together. You know, just like I did in this past video. I show you dumping in and mixing up the potatoes and the onion, dropping in those luscious first cut pork chops, and I checked that. And then I moved on to the fourth segment of the video, which is making up the initial sauce. You know, using the mushroom soup, all the spices I incorporated in, mixed it up, and we dumped it over the pork chops and potatoes. Yes, we did. And that's where things went a little bit awry. I did a little bit of talking about, you know, if it's too thin of a sauce, add in half a block or a block of cream cheese. And I'm going to tell you what, that's what sets that sauce off. That you can use for so many things. If you just do nothing more than copy that sauce, add that cream cheese, you can put it over chicken, any type of pork. Oh, you can put it over turkey if you want to. I've even put it over Salisbury steaks and hamburger steaks too. It's so versatile and is so yummo. If you ever make that sauce one time, include the cream cheese, you understand you can even dip potato chips in it if you want to. I have. So it can even be a dip. It's sort of strange, but it works. So yeah, and then I cut off. Well, it cooked for 4 hours on high. And I went back in there, turned the timer off, and then I talked about my sides. And what were they? Well, they were some leftover sweet kernel corn, and then I had took out some frozen broccoli, and I steamed it and buttered it up with a little salt and pepper too, and it was mighty fine. Simple, but fine. And of course I plated it up. I turned the camera around and did my usual taste test so you could see my face, whether I was enjoying it or not, which I really was. And those pork chops, you know how pork chops, like pork steaks, those first cut steaks, they have segments. They're just not one whole piece of meat. They were so tender, they were falling apart. And the potatoes would just melt in your mouth. And the mushrooms, they added a little bit of chew, but not much. And of course, the onion. Oh yeah, it would dissolve in your mouth. And all those flavors came together to make quite an experience that I wanted seconds, but I knew better because it would just fill me up too much. So I did all that, and I bid you adieu. And then during the editing process, you know, the meal's finished, everything's put up, I realized for that last segment of plating up, talking about the sides, doing the taste test, and how yummo it was, and I had to hold on to my pants because it nearly slapped them right off. And of course, slapped the counter too. I had forgotten to turn the camera on, or the camera turned off. One of the two. I don't know. But that segment was missing. So, I had to come back and do an alternate exit, which was just the outro that you saw. So I apologize for that. But like I say, this is real life. And I'm not going to redo a whole cooking video. But I do know the people who do it here every day on YouTube, they will. Or they'll just put it on the floor. And look who's here. That's Cleo. Cleo. Well, yes. You want some treats now? You were napping? You were taking an afternoon nap? Was you? Okay. Oh. You gotta give me some nose bumps. Yes, you do. Well, come on. I'll get you some too. Come on. Hold on. Here we go. I can't slice you, can I? There's you some too. There you go. Uh-oh. Better eat quick. Spooky's coming back. Come on, Spooky. Let Cleo have hers. Okay? You're nothing but a chow hound. Okay. You're gonna be polite? Okay. Thank you, little bud. You had yours. You had yours, so don't feel despondent. You're a big kitty anyway. I'm sure you're getting your share. Say thank you to your viewers and friends from everywhere out there. So yeah. But yeah, I thought I'd come on today since several people mentioned it in the comments, what was wrong and why I didn't, talk about the sides I finally decided on. I didn't show the plate up. Of course, I normally use that for a thumbnail. And I didn't do a taste test. So, I think I've answered that. You can't always have things come out the way you want to. Just like life. If you're living life as it comes, and taking it as it comes, most of the time you don't get a redo. Yeah. And such is the case in my YouTube channel. And there's been so many cooking videos over the years that I've wanted to share with you. And the same thing has happened. During a part of it, sometimes a crucial part that can't be redone, because I'm not going to go out and buy the food again, you didn't get to see it because I didn't turn the camera on or the camera turned off. But it didn't mean the meal wasn't good. You just didn't get to see old man fixing it up. And that's true on all things. So when you don't see it here, or you see something that looks a little off, it isn't because I didn't want to share it, or I didn't do it. It's because of either I made a mistake, which I'm prone to do, or my technology let me down. So there you have it. And as you can see, there's that light breeze blowing, the bees buzzing around, and it's that time of the afternoon, early afternoon, where even the birds take a break. Because it's starting to heat up. They say today will be 80 to 81. Can you believe that? But let me know in the comments below the video what the temperature and what the weather's like wherever you are. In the US of A, Australia, New Zealand, the UK, or even Europe and Asia too. Because that's the thing that I'm so grateful for. This little old man in his neighborhood has viewers all across the globe. And we're so appreciative of that too. But hey, I just wanted to come out here on this beautiful Sunday and wish a beautiful Sunday to you. I hope all is well in your life. And apologize and explain what happened in the last cooking video. But hey, I'm going to do another one because I still got leftovers. Because even though I tried my very best to make that a meal for two, that's what I almost titled it. Covered in smothered pork chops, taters for two. And maybe it would have been, but I'm just one. Even with giving the kiddie crew some of the pork chops, I still got plenty of leftovers left. And of course, that's not going to go to waste. I'm going to eat that tonight. And I may still have enough left for tomorrow's lunch. So when I drag her all out of the fridge, I'm going to do a leftover video and show you what I do with my leftovers and that I eat them too. Let me know and be honest about it. Do you always eat your leftovers and what you do? So hey, until the kitty crew, Cleo, Spooky, and you see all the rest from time to time if you want to. Heathcliff, Dusty, Fluffy Muffin, and of course the possum posse still coming around, and occasionally a raccoon too. And of course we got little Princess of the House Gracie inside, starting to enjoy some air conditioning because that's coming on too. See you on that next episode and video of Mr. Tom's Neighborhood. Y'all take care. Stay safe out there. And may God bless you all. May you bless those in your lives. Goodbye for now. Cleo, you just son and gonna take a nap at your papa's feet? Oh yeah, you love Papa. Oh, Spooky, it's too hot for you. It's only 80, 81. With that breeze, it feels fine. Albeit it's loaded with pollen. And that's what we got to look forward to for a long, long time. Well, you hang out in the shade, big boy. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy the blue sky, the bright sunshine, make a little bit of vitamin D, and contemplate life. Because I'm sure it'll all be fine. So it is, by the grace of God. Later all.